Okay, I wanted to go through my updated routine because I got a lot of different things since I moved, and it's actually been working a lot better since the one that I used. I think that was about a year ago actually, which is a very long time. And the things I'm using now have almost cleared my skin completely. I mean, people probably still think I'm like an acne face, and I've got like so much acne, and I'm such a, whatever. But compared to like how it was just a year or maybe two ago, it's extremely improved. And actually just since like a week or two ago, it's actually really improved because, well, I guess I'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so maybe like the first thing that I've been using, I don't use very much. Let's also make that very clear. Like, obviously I don't have very much hair, I don't have much going on, so I don't use like a ton of hair products, I don't use any hair masks or anything like that. It's mostly just centralized on my skin. And so something I've just recently been using that has been helping so much, it's insane. I went to Lush just recently because I love Lush. I went into, I think I was getting a shampoo bar actually, ironically. And, you kind of get caught up in Lush and there was so much going on, and I thought I would get a face mask too, because why the hell not? And so I came in and I was asking the associate or the, person who helps. It's like, I have really bad acne and I also have really bad scarring. Is there any way, like any really good mask for that? And so he prescribed. You're an acne doctor now. He told me that this would help. The Mask of Mangnaminty. I feel like that's a dumb name, and I don't really know what is in here because shitty thing is it's not vegan. I didn't know that until I came home and I was like, well, shit. It smells really familiar. Like, you smell the mint, obviously. You smell that, like, first thing. You smell really not like overpowering, but like a lot of mint. But like underneath you smell something else that's like still very, very prominent. And it smells so familiar to me, but like I can't put my finger on it. And like none of these ingredients are like what I think I'm smelling. It's hard to explain. But this is not like, I've tried a lot of masks, and normally I was talking to, I think it was a doctor, and he was like, well, masks are kind of like glorified moisturizers. You just put them on and you take them off and they don't really do anything, but they put a layer of hydration into your skin so that when you take it off it feels soft, and so you think it did something, but really it just slightly hydrated your skin. This one is completely different from that. I have tried so many masks, and they just kind of did the hydration thing. They didn't really do anything for my skin. They might have left it a little bit soft, but still everything was there, and it was still really painful. Because that's the main thing that I have an issue with acne, is it's really painful for me because I get really bad cystic acne. But this, I put it on, I had like a full-on breakout, which I was upset about because it was really painful. And so I usually break out right here, and it was all broken out right here and down here. And usually I get it on my neck too. And it was really, really painful. And I was like, okay, why don't I just use this mask and maybe it will bring down something, maybe it will help it hurt less, and maybe it'll help it go away faster. And so I put it on, I leave it on until it's dry. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I do that. I leave it on until it's completely dry. I was just like dinking around, doing other shit. And I took it off, and all the acne was basically already gone. Like, the breakouts that were huge and red and inflamed went down to almost nothing because they were not inflamed anymore. So they just kind of shrunk down. And it made my skin feel so much better. And after the second time using it, because I normally use it like twice in a week, and the second time using it, after I did it and the pimples were still pretty small, but they were still there, I put it on and they were completely gone. Like, they weren't even there anymore. Which is insane, saying 2 applications of this works better than months and months and months of other things that I've tried. That is insane to even make that assumption, but it does. And it really, really, really helped my skin. And I don't have, like, dirty skin, per se. It's not like I don't just wash my face effectively. I actually have genetics which give me horrible cystic acne. Like, my sister had cystic acne, my brother had cystic acne, everyone had cystic acne. And so that was really hard to get rid of. Even my brother on Accutane didn't really get rid of it very well. It did, but he still had horrible scarring and, you know, all the horrible things that come with Accutane. And it's kind of like a weird, it's like green-blue, actually. And what I didn't realize is that it's actually exfoliating, too. It still has, like, little beads or whatever. They're not beads because they're actually biodegradable, but, you know. And it actually helps exfoliate while doing that, but it's, like, even if I touch my face, it turns red. Like, my skin is extremely sensitive, so this doesn't bother it, though. And, I've used this at least probably 9 or 10 times, and you can see there's still a fair amount in there. You really don't need very much, and that is why, definitely when I'm done with this, I'm going to go buy more. Because you don't need very much, and for the price that I paid for this, it is definitely worth buying it again. Kind of just went on a rant about this product, but I really enjoy this product. It is kind of amazing. Like, it has completely changed how my skin functions and made it so much better. And now every time I break out, because I just had a really bad breakout on my neck, and it was extremely painful. Now it's not even painful anymore. I just put it on this morning, and it shrunk up a lot. And so, a couple more uses of it, and it'll be completely gone. So I normally use that first, and then once I go into the shower, I'll use something, I'll rinse it off with, like, lukewarm water, and then I'll use something to, like, actually cleanse off the excess. So I've been using this recently, just Clearasil, just whatever Clearasil, like, literally whatever cleanser I can get my hands on, or I have this, which is, it's a jar. No, it's my Dr. Bronner's just packaged bar soap, and this one is the smell of peppermint, which is my absolute favorite. There's like a theme of peppermint today. And this one I use for my body, my face, and my hair when I'm feeling lazy, which 90% of the time I am. So, but it works well for everything. It doesn't really excessively dry things, but I like moisturizing a lot. So it doesn't, but also it doesn't excessively dry to where the point when you put something on, like you put something on and your skin's still trying to compensate for that amount of dryness, so you get the oil and the oil from your skin, and then you produce more acne. It's just the right amount of taking away oil, but not making you overly dry, which is nice. And then normally, after I have cleansed and I have done all of that, I'll use a moisturizer after, but that's after the shower. If I'm feeling very fancy, this is a Lush shampoo bar. I cannot, for the life of me, remember which one this is, but it's pretty. Oh, whatever it is, it's for dandruff, which I weirdly have a ton of. I actually didn't have dandruff until I shaved my head, and for some reason that made the dandruff worse. But I use this when it's really bad, and it will go away and it's fine. It's usually, it needs to be moisturized, so it does that. And when I am cleansing after the mask, I use this brush, which is actually, it's like a knockoff of a Clarisonic. It was way cheaper than a Clarisonic, which is really great, and it works exactly the same. And that also helps to produce less bacteria because you're not using your hands, which no matter how many times you wash and you try to get them as perfectly clean as possible, you still end up with some kind of bacteria or some kind of oil that's just adding to that. So I think out of everything, I would probably suggest the mask and the brush the most, because taking away that element of using your hands or even a washcloth because they're way too abrasive, or like a sponge because they're way too abrasive, just using something that is not full of bacteria on your face is really, really good. And this is my homemade deodorant. It is baking soda, cornstarch, and coconut oil. I have hairy armpits. Everybody knows that already. But it's actually really hard to find deodorant that works, that is natural, that can cater to hairy as well as shaved. And this one works extremely well. Like, you wouldn't think it would, but it really, really does. Really, really, really. Only problem is, don't make sure it's super cold, because then it basically turns into a tiny brick. And when you want to actually put it on, well, I guess you could do that if you could actually pick it up and do that, but I scoop it, so whatever you do there. And when I'm out of the shower and I've already cleansed, done my mask, everything, and I'm clean and good, normally my skin still needs something, you know. I've taken a lot of oils and things out of that. A lot of things that are made for acne take away oil, so it makes your skin dry. And normally, whatever I put on my skin, it would make me break out. I had a moisturizer, like from Olay, from Neutrogena, like literally everything would make me break out. And I tried just coconut oil sometimes, and normally that left me too, it was like too thin almost. Like, it gave me a pretty color, but it still wasn't nourishing as much as I wanted. I had a Fry's gift card that I needed to use up, $10, and went in and I found this, which is unscented shea butter. I don't know if it's... Camera just totally cut out. But, okay, shea butter. I think it's just shea butter, and actually I think it's just shea butter. It's just, and it's normally the consistency of, it's pretty hard, and then you like chunk it off, but it will melt very easily. And once it melts, I just put it on my entire face. Normally your face looks really crazy, like you just smeared galactic goo over yourself because it's very shiny, but it sinks in and makes your skin look amazing. And that's really, really been helping too. And I also have Angels on Bare Skin from Lush when I really need more exfoliation, which sometimes I really do. Not very often though, because my skin can't handle very much exfoliation. I live in Arizona, which, you know, it has a lot of sun, so I need to make sure that I'm always keeping sunscreen on. And I use this sunscreen because it's vegan and it's SPF 50. And I use this every day so that I can help my skin feel really great. And my homemade lotion that I use, which is olive oil and coconut oil mixed together. But once you put in the coconut oil and olive oil, you whip it so that it's of a way better consistency than if you just left it. And I think I'm going to mix some extra olive oil in there, not olive oil, vitamin E oil, to really help with my skin. Because my skin actually feels really great right now, but Also, I've been getting really bad bodily acne, which is way harder to take care of than facial acne, obviously. Because the skin on your body is like so much thicker that it makes it, I don't know, it makes it so much harder for the acne to actually go away. But as you can see, it looks pretty bad. Even in the horrible quality that this video is in, you can see the really big acne. And that's basically my routine. It seemed a lot more complicated than it actually was. Like, I normally just use soap and that mask. The mask is really important, and the shea butter. Which is weird because oils like that normally don't react well with my skin, but this one really does. So I really hope most of that was helpful for you, because I have really bad acne. Maybe this could help you with your acne. Overall, I'd really suggest using the Mask of Mangnaminty by Lush, because I think it has done wonders for my skin. And maybe you could tell me how that helped your skin too, because, you know, it is my skin and it is an individual thing, but it really did help me. So that is all. I will see you very soon.